Brothers and sisters, all what I can say is if there is anything I'm proud of, that I always remember is the contributions we have done as a community and as individuals, be it with IANT, IAC, Islamic Association of Carlton, Irving, and I always tell the community here and people I live that there are true Muslims who are building communities all over in the United States of America with their own money. They work hard and they pay for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the true investment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A few months ago we have buried a very dear brother who has memorized the Quran, who used to live in Dallas, Brother Abu Imad in Jordan. And when we buried him, I was witness to the grave site there. I remembered him, and then I said, subhanAllah, he was in the community, he was a contributor to the community. And this is a true investment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has memorized the Quran after he left Dallas. He has a running charity in Dallas, and he has running charity all over. So the records of this brother and all the brothers and sisters who are contributing to the community will never be closed. Dear brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, وَأَنْفِقُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. Spend for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and don't throw yourself into tahluka, into things that causes you loss and catastrophe and destroys you. Nowadays people think that when they lose money in this dunya, this is tahluka, this is the true loss. No, it's not the tahluka. The tahluka is when you are not investing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in any project, anywhere, so that when you depart this life, and this dunya is very short. I have spent over 14 years in Dallas community, and it has passed like a dream. I always dream of it, and so many of you, some of the community members, I don't want to mention names, they have been living in Dallas now for 20 years, 30 years, and life passes very quickly. And with not you knowing, you will see that life has already gone. You will be only secure if you have invested with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not with the stock market, not with the banks, not with anyone else. Brothers and sisters, I know I cannot see you, you cannot see me, but I swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my heart is with you, and I hope that the community will grow, continue to grow. And this is the only future when you contribute for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will conclude my very short speech with two things. The first one is, I know that this is hard times for everyone, not only for you there, for everyone. Here, these people are being laid off in thousands nowadays, and no one is secured in his job. And this is where the Prophet ﷺ says, خير الصدقة أن تصدق وأنت صحيح شحيح تخشى الفقر وتأمل الغنى. He says the best of sadaqah, the best of contribution, the best of investment that you can do is when you are scared. You are healthy, but أنت صحيح شحيح. You are fearful of the future, you don't know what's going to happen. تخشى الفقر. You are fearful of being poor. وَتَأْمَلُ الْغِنَى, and hoping that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you a wealthy man. This is the first thing. Yes, it's hard times, but this is when the true Muslims become and show their true iman of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that at hard times, as we remember all the Sahaba, all the stories that we have been telling you about, the Imams told you about, Abu Bakr and Uthman, they always shine at hard times. And you have to shine tonight, inshaAllah, at hard times. I know it's hard times, but this is when Muslims always shine at hard times and crisis. And the second point is, as the Prophet ﷺ says in Sahih Muslim, he said, وَالصَّدَقَةُ بُرْهَانٌ. Charity and running investment and investment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a true testimony, a true evidence. When you go to court, they said, where is the hard evidence? And in the day of judgment, the hard evidence of your true iman is, as the Prophet ﷺ, he says, وَالصَّدَقَةُ بُرْهَانٌ. As-sadaqah, the running charity, the charity that you do tonight is a testimony, an evidence of your true faith, of your deep iman, if you believing in the community, if you of you believing in the collective efforts that will lead us all, inshallah, to success. These are the 2 points that are so important to all Muslims to understand at hard times, and that sadaqah is a true testimony of your iman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ عَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضُ وَعِدَّةٌ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ in Surah Al-Imran verse 133, where he says, rush and compete with one another to a forgiveness from your Lord, the Lord of heavens, and the Jannatin Arduha Samawat wal Ard, that has been prepared for those who have righteousness. And then one should ask the question, oh Allah, describe them to us. Who are these righteous people? And he says in verse 134, he says, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ, those who spend at times of good times and at times of crisis and at hard times. الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those who are muhsinin, who are always at the forefront doing what is required from them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. I can't see you, but I remember most of you by name. I would greet all the families who have gathered tonight. I don't want to mention names so that I would not list anyone or leave anyone. I would love to be there and lead you hand by hand, but if it's subhanAllah, the hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what's more important is my heart and the hearts of so many brothers who live here from Dallas is with you. And as a contribution to this effort, Brother Munder told me that you are around 500 to 600,000 and your target is around 500,000 or even more. I would say, as I always say in all the fundraising I have done for you previously, that if each and every one of us feel the responsibility and he says, this is my contribution, it will be easily done. I know this is how it should be done. I know that Brother Abdullah and others are lined up for you to motivate you, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and soften your heart, because the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says when someone makes a contribution, he takes out a 70 shaitan out of it, because 70 shaitan are lined up for each and every one of you to prevent you and creating excuses for you not to be part of this project. So as part of my duties towards you, and I appreciate very much what the Board of Directors has called me, and the Board of Trustees, and all of you brothers and sisters, as part of the contribution, if each and every one of you would give $1,000, it would be easy, and from my side, inshallah, I will be giving $1,000 for this project as a charity, inshallah.